question is backwards. What would you change about your past and why?
What would I change about my past? I will tell you. And I'm going to tell you the way my friend told me, and it's in the classification terminology, but I'll explain to you.
She gets so deep.
Yeah. I think the one thing that I would change about me is that being in a relationship for 10 years, that's a beautiful thing, and you learn a lot from that situation. However, there's this thing in when somebody gets incarcerated, basically it's called a mandatory parole supervision. So you do your term, but you still got like all these years that you still got to do on parole. Right. I feel like I wasted a lot of time after that relationship where I just wasn't in a position to move forward. I feel like I wasted like a lot of time that I could have been out here in these streets. You know what I mean? In these streets. Because you know what I mean? It's a certain amount of juicy years you cannot get back.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I'm saying? But I feel like I feel like I wasted a lot of time in that stage. I mean, it was many different things. It wasn't just the end of the relationship. It was other factors, you know what I mean? Personal shit, like with my brother and all that kind of stuff. And financial and all that kind of stuff. But still, I just feel like I wasted too much time. And you can never get those years back, because at some point I'm going to be 60, 70 years old. I'm going to look back, I'm like, damn, I missed out on a couple of years where I could have been, you know what I mean, doing my thing. So, that'd be it.
Good.
Thank you.
All right, Tanya. One more on me.
Nicole.
Yes, ma'am. You don't say Nicole and Scone like you always do.
Nicole and Sacone.
I love it. Can I just say this? I love when she does that. At my funeral, I want you to say that.
Because we have to put you on your, but that's your timeout when
Because
I say Nicole and Sacone. I have to bring you back in.
Here we go.
Nikki loves her identity. She loves her identity.
I do.
She loves her identity before being married. She loves who she used to be.
All right.
Before she
Next
was married.
question.
She loves who her reputation was and what it meant in her neighborhood.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tanya.
She loves everything.
Because I'm going to forget the question. I'm going to forget the question.
Nicole
I forgot the question.
She loves it. The polo wearing, tennis
forgot
skirt, Reebok, classic.
Yo, remember the little tennis skirt?
Yes.
I cannot wear the tennis skirt anymore.
This. She really actually is stuck in a...
All right.
Stuck in an era.
Go ahead, ask me my
And
question.
she does not want to move forward.
Ooh, yeah, that's something that we definitely gonna talk to you about that.
No, we're not.
Nikki is stuck in an era.
Yeah, you're stuck.
She
you
don't
are.
want to move out of the era.
This is my third question.
hill.
Go ahead, Tanya.
And of that era
I'm never gonna
of the
forget where I
half
came
bob
from.
with the dye highlights.
Well, do y'all got something to talk about?
No.
Because we don't have to be on this doing that.
Oh, no.
Thank you.
No, I
All
would
right.
rather not do it on this.
is
But
my
no,
next-
third year.
My third question to you,
Yeah.
Nikki, is because it went out of my head now. Somebody else does.
Tanya, that's alcohol?
No,
what's the third
it's
question?
sweet tea from Wawa.
No, it's not a
What's
sweet
the
tea
third
from Wawa.
question?
My third question to you
Do old lady shit.
is
I'm about
what
to try.
why are you so prideful?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
You have a lot of pride.
Like I don't ask people for stuff and stuff like that. My mom, being raised from a strong single parent, pride. That's it. That's the only question.
Nothing else to elaborate on. You good on that note just because of your mother
Yeah.
and how she raised you?
Yeah, I don't understand.
No, that's fine.
Nikki, did you ask any questions? Yeah.
Yeah, I asked all y'all questions.
She sure did. Where was you at?
Fire zone. I get into a zone, baby, and then I taps out mentally.
All right, I'm done with my questions.
Oh, it's your eyes on camera.
Until the next
I want
3
you to go
seconds.
back and see.
Because you don't pay attention. I asked you 3 whole questions.
All right, was we doing 6 though?
Okay.
3?
We all asked you questions
I
and
love
your
the
ass
fact-
don't even remember.
I love the fact that you could go back later on and see how the fuck that shift happens and that Gemini shit that it just occurred.
And the same reason y'all love me is the same reason y'all
So
hate
what are
me.
we doing for your
What's
birthday?
that red dot? I don't know.
We
Oh.
over?
Huh?
We're not over yet.
Oh, what we doing?
It's over?
No. What y'all
Okay.
want to do?
Nikki,
what
what are
we
you doing
do.
for your birthday?
What?
You know what? But I want you guys to educate me, and I love Laura London. And now that I put 2 and 2
Oh
together,
shit! My car was like, that's it.
Yeah.
I knew she was was in a relationship, but I didn't know it was Nipsey Hussle. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, I didn't even know who he was. So I'm not being ignorant. I'm really not. I didn't know who he was. But after reading about him and everything, I just think it's just so sad.
It is.
What happened to him. And so did you guys know anything about him besides what you read?
Yeah,
what he did for the community.
And I was very impressed. That's what's up.
But you
like,
know
that's
what?
crazy.
You know what it makes me think of? And let me ask you this: like to be in a relationship with somebody and to not have any closure at the end of the day, and something tragic happens to that person.
Exactly.
Like, how do you even move forward? Like, I couldn't even wrap my mind around the fact you in a relationship with somebody, you expect somebody to come home. At the end of the day, that person got murdered, and it's on camera.
And it was senseless.
And just the violence behind it.
But do you know why it happened though?
It was jealousy.
No, what he did was, and
he called the man out. He called the man, said he was a snitch. He shouldn't be on the block, right? He shouldn't be in the area.
That I heard about that, but what I heard is that he went to Nipsey and asked him for a job, and all Nipsey said to him, he said, "Look, you need more experience." That's all he said to him. Because everybody's like, "Well, how the heck did he just, excuse me, walk in there and shoot him?" Okay, he was just there to try to get a job. He left. He didn't like. Well, I'm just telling you what. That's why I said I had to read.
And Nipsey actually said it really nice to him. He was like, yo, like basically, I don't want no problems in my establishment. Like, you snitch, I don't need no beef in here. Like, can you leave? And he said it really nicely.
So the boy came back and shot him.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the reason that there was no bodyguards or no guns because he had hired all ex-felons and he never wanted guns in his establishment. So that's why no one was there shooting back. So that's why you see the kid come back about 3 or 4 times.
Okay, let's talk about that.
He knew that nobody was coming after him.
Real fast.
Like, oh shit, I can get it off again.
But let's talk about that. We talk about how,
and he was a good guy.
The black community and why we can't be successful because we're so jealous of one another. It's not even about jealousy. It's just that we don't want to see each other get ahead. And you had this man who was out in the streets and did his thing, and he, what did he do? He invested his money and he did a shopping, put out a whole shopping mall. And then for this to happen, which was senseless, and then you look at it like, are we really that ignorant? Like, why? Like, you got to ask yourself why. We're from the streets. So say if Carla or I or Nikki, I worry about my people's TCAT. You know what I mean? Like, this woman, she has a business. So if she didn't want to sell somebody something, or she ran out of something, or somebody hating on her, they could just walk up in there at any time and because she got her own business. I mean, my little brother Bobby, he out there doing his thing. He got a really nice little business store, but your past can come back to you sometimes. So it's just the world we live in is ignorant in itself, and it makes you scared to even want to do. If you got these big dreams, and Nipsey Hussle was a huge example. He was a huge example. I mean, he was a hustler. He flipped his money, and he did something real successful with it, and got one of the baddest broads in the industry. And it's, and then he did music, and he was putting people on. He was, you know what I mean? He was about to get his own record label, and
he was a good guy.
But you know what?
He was a good
the
guy.
sad part about it is that when people get to that level of celebrity, you have to remove yourself from the community. You can do what you can, but you gotta do it from afar.
But
just
you know
like
what?
how Jay-Z does. Jay-Z and Beyonce put a lot in the community, but they ain't gonna be in the community.
And you know what?
Can't, because you got people out there who don't really want.
And T.I. said that too, because I was talking to my sister Tisha. She was like, all these other rappers do, Tisha, they can't live in that society that we do. Look what happened. Like,
you can't just roll up here to
look at Kanye West wanted to move back to the South Side, but everything is going on. But he bounced right over to Africa. You can't, and then we want to sit there and we want to.
And you have to remove yourself.
And unfortunately, I can't live that way.
You have to have runners at the bottom to do the work. That's it.
Yep.
You put your name on it, but you can't live there.
But Diddy had to move Bad Boy. Now Bad Boy's just a museum in New York. Yeah, now he's out. He bought one. He just built one out in Hollywood. Now he just can't go back.
It's not for you.
And it's crazy.
Status is on another level. But
because people are hungry. You gotta understand. You riding through with a certain kind of car. You have a certain type of money. People are hungry. People who kids ain't got no food. Families ain't got no food in their house. They got no lights in the house. So when you in that situation, desperation calls for any kind of situation to occur.
Well, KRS-One said it the best though: self-destruction. And then that's all we're doing as a community.
What's the lyric that Jay-Z says? If I shoot you, like it makes him famous, or if
Yeah.
you shoot me, that's exactly what it
Yeah,
was
it
with the
is.
whole Nipsey Hussle
It
thing.
is.
Yeah.
Sad.
And it's just crazy that
I just hate that this
that he
lady.
gets protected in prison. Like, that's crazy.
Right.
But they gonna get him.
Oh, he's going to be God.
Oh yeah,
That's for
it's already
facts.
it's already
It's going to happen.
It's gonna happen. But he was a good guy, so he left a legacy. And
But
I hate that. But I hate that when people die, all of a sudden everybody wants to praise him. Like, why they're not doing that when they're alive?
Exactly.
And Justin Bieber
Just like
did
Jay-Z.
that.
Jay-Z needs to be.
Yeah.
He needs to be.
Oh, that's my man. Y'all know I love
Yeah,
Hova.
I love him right now.
Doing something
Beyonce.
now.
It needs to
Yeah.
be done now.
It needs to be done, because when they die like Biggie and Pop, we up here like, oh, shoulda, coulda,
Right.
woulda.
That's why.
Let's
Right.
represent
And
the
people
ones
say-
that are right
and I
now
know
living.
Like with this whole, everybody say Biggie is the best rapper in the world.
Some people have their
Just
opinion.
because he died, and that's not a fact.
And he was a lyricist. Now, he wouldn't make it.
I will say that
He
Styles
wouldn't
P
make it
is.
in the game.
Well, if you're going to do that, I'm going to say
After
Pat
that.
Poose.
Really?
Pat Poose is, what?
Styles P.
Ugh. And I'm not just
Okay.
saying that because
They're
he's on
alive.
loving hip hop
Best
right
rapper,
now. Listen
dead
to
or
Pat
alive.
Poose. Listen to him.
Yeah.
Listen to his old stuff. And you're like, well, why didn't he jump out and be so big? You know why?
I still think.
Now you can
Holiday.
say Styles P.
Holiday.
Well, we all have our.
Okay.
Well, Biggie,
Yeah.
of course. I still think that's my favorite rapper, and as a lyricist alone, yes, he
When
shuts
that's
people
back.
down. Like, I mean, but we
I
all
like
listen to.
Jay-Z.
Well, thank you. We you know, we all got our different opinions
Yeah.
as far as
It's
hip hop
crazy.
is concerned. Because I wouldn't know anything about hip hop
What's
if it
your
wasn't for her.
glasses?
So I'm
you.
not even. I'm an
I-
R&B
that's what I do.
fanatic
I put
now.
people on.
I'm gonna tell you right
I put
now.
people on hip hop.
Yeah, if Mary J. Blige died, everybody know, don't call me, don't do nothing. My
hip-hop,
whole
she
world would be
R&B.
shut
You pop.
down.
I'm queuing them too.
Ah,
But hold up, it's a mix of everything.
The
though.
word is
I know
bond.
Everything.
For
if
facts.
MJB go, T Fent is off the market for the whole, maybe for like a month. Don't even
Off the
call me.
market?
You know what I mean?
A month.
You gonna be in the streets.
Ty gonna get a tattoo
You
and
gonna
keep
be
it
in them
moving.
I already got Mary J. You crazy?
You
She
gonna
gonna have
share
a
my
tattoo,
world.
pour some joint and be
Exactly.
out.
Share my world, Mary J. Blige. You see
I
it
didn't know you
first.
had that, Tanya.
Share my world, baby.
Tanya, I never knew you had
I'm
that
telling
kind
you,
of tattoo.
Mary, if I ever see you on the
I know
streets,
she has
What
Lauren.
else do you
I'm
have?
jumping on your back. I'm gonna let you know
She
that
has
right now.
Lauryn Hill.
I
I
didn't
know
know you
that.
had
I got
that
L
on
Boogie
you.
right here.
That was like your first tattoo.
That's
But I
what
didn't know
that's
she had that on her
yeah, that's
chest.
I didn't
sheets
know that
action. You
either.
never gonna see that. Yeah, you know what I mean? You in the
Yo,
sheets.
it's crazy.
That's why I stay in. Let me shut the front door.
Crazy.
That's
Tanya.
sheets action. You're never supposed to see
What
what's
else
on
you
a
got
person's
going on
body.
there?
Well, I want to invest in a tattoo on the side, so I'm
What's
trying to
it
get my
say?
belly right.
Your belly is right now.
No, it's not.
Not now?
No. God, no.
Tanya, what record would you, what CD would you listen to front and back, like your favorite of all time? You know, everyone.
Oh, wow.
I have two. I'm gonna say mine. After.
I have two, and I just named her. That would be Mary J. Blige, and I know I'm gonna probably throw everybody for a loop for this one, but I'm gonna have to agree with. I'm gonna say Mary J. Blige and Tina Marie.
Okay.
I can listen to those
Yes.
two
I
all
do too. I love
day.
Now,
I can listen to the Carters, any of them.
Oh,
Lil
yeah.
Wayne.
oh yeah, you love Lil Wayne.
Yo, Weezy.
So
Pick up Weezy.
My two
I like his
CDs.
last one he just did.
Well, you said my two artists before, like the two stars, like those are my artists from the last segment. But my two CDs from beginning to end, The Chronic, Dr. Dre. 'Cause
Oh, that's that work.
That's when I wanted to be in the game.
That's that word.
Wait a minute, you said females though.
No, I
she
said
did.
CDs. And
Oh, well, that'd be Drake.
And then
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Drake.
Drake, I
then,
could listen to him all
oh,
day
yeah,
long.
Drake.
Mary J. Blige
Drake,
was the
for sure.
411.
Oh yeah,
That's-
yeah,
oh,
that
yeah,
old
that was
hip hop. That's a
You know what
classic.
that remind me? That
That's a
remind me of
classic.
Sharon and Lance.
Oh yeah.
Remember she had the
Okay.
red. Remember she used to drive his Mustang, and that's all we played in that
Oh.
joint was that.
Yo, that was the best time ever with music. That whole era right there was everything.
That era was, and that's when everybody was on reggae. Remember?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Everybody was on reggae
Yep.
back then. B Dog and them.
Yup, they had them damn gooseneck joints and they
Yeah.
sobs going down. Pop, pop, pop.
That was that shit.
Yes, Big Boo.
All right, reel her
BJ.
back in because she's gonna
Who
go.
the hell's EJ?
Reel her
Oh,
back.
I said BJ.
BJ,
Oh,
BJ
oh, I
Graham.
said, who the hell's that? And Wayne. B-Dog,
You know
they
what?
all had the sobs.
You know, when we did our shout outs and I was realizing there was a lot of people that, and
We
because
missed.
you just said BJ, and I'm thinking about BJ
Oh, yeah,
Graham.
yeah,
And
right.
It's just
There's a lot of
crazy.
people that we
No, we
missed.
shout out to Nikki V, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
shouted
We did,
out
yeah.
to
But
a lot of
it's
people.
just
We did.
a lot of different
There's
people
so
that
many
came into my
people.
head. We just
Yeah.
knew so many people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So.
But this is a good video. We love to keep, have contact. We're going to put it out there every week, a new content.
We're trying.
We're trying, everybody. This is something new. So listen up, right?
Hurry up,
The
we
summer
got
is
10
coming.
seconds.
And I don't like how them viewers went down either. I
Yeah,
see
we need
that,
to
you
pick
know what
these
I mean?
views up.
Well,
But
I
the
think
summer
the
is
first
coming.
video, that was all us watching it like 30
Wait a minute,
times.
the summer is coming,
Hold
so y'all
Bye.
need to hit us